You thought Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin's relationship was wild before? Get ready, because things just exploded, literally. Last Saturday night at a fancy New York City club, Jim and Chrissy arrived holding hands, looking like everything was fine. But almost immediately, it all fell apart. According to people who saw it, Jim had been restless all evening, pacing around and looking upset. Chrissy tried to calm him, but then Jim got a text that set him off. He snatched his phone away, and when Chrissy leaned in to ask what was wrong, he shouted at her. Witnesses say he stood up, towered over her, and grabbed her arm, trying to drag her out of their booth. Chrissy yanked her arm free and shouted, "Let go of me!" The entire club froze in shock. That's when a close friend, someone who's been in their circle for years, rushed in to pull Jim away. He told Jim to cool off, but Jim shoved him aside and snarled, "Mind your own business." At that point, security had to intervene. They led Jim toward the exit, but not before he shoved this mystery man one more time, shouting curses. Chrissy sat back down, shaken, burying her face in her hands as onlookers offered to help. So why did Jim lose control? Sources say Chrissy saw messages on Jim's phone from another woman, proof he'd been cheating for months. Rumors about Jim's infidelity always swirled, but Chrissy usually defended him. That night, though, the evidence was right in front of her. Instead of admitting he'd been unfaithful, Jim exploded in anger. By the time Jim and Chrissy left, someone recorded the fight and posted it on TikTok. Comments flooded in. Chrissy needs to leave him. He embarrassed her again. Even celebrities weighed in. Cardi B tweeted that some people don't deserve the women they have, and Tamar Braxton said Chrissy is better than that drama. Remy Ma even liked a tweet saying Chrissy deserves better. Neither Jim nor Chrissy has said a word about the incident. Their social media feeds are strangely empty, but the silence speaks volumes. Meanwhile, fans started digging through Jim's activity online and found him liking and commenting on posts by that same mysterious woman who'd been texting him. Screenshots showed him dropping heart eye emojis and calling her beautiful, all while he was still technically with Chrissy. That cryptic Instagram caption Jim posted, "You don't know half of it," only made things worse. And here's the final twist. The man who stepped in to protect Chrissy isn't just a friend. Sources suggest he's been close to her for some time, offering support when Jim treated her badly. People are wondering if Chrissy is already moving on with him. Inside sources say Chrissy has finally had enough. She's tired of Jim's lies and public outbursts. Word is she's already talking to a lawyer about divorce and could even claim part of his assets, including their home. Jim has been spotted, wandering New York, looking disheveled and trying to call Chrissy over and over, but she isn't answering. This might be the end for Jim's career, his reputation, and his home. If Chrissy files paperwork and that mystery woman steps forward, Jim's world could collapse completely. Trust me, this is only the beginning. Stay tuned, because part 3 is about to get even messier. After that night at the club, things got even messier. Apparently, Jim didn't simply storm out and disappear. He rushed to a nearby hotel, and he wasn't alone. According to someone close to the situation, Jim left with another woman, not Chrissy. Eyewitnesses say they held hands and didn't bother hiding their departure. By morning, photos of Jim exiting the hotel beside this mystery woman were all over Instagram, Twitter, and entertainment sites. Fans wasted no time, accusing him of embarrassing Chrissy again, insisting she deserves so much better. If that seemed bad enough, the unnamed woman went live on her account later that day. Sipping wine and smiling, she shrugged off viewers. Questions about whether she had accompanied Jim, telling everyone to mind their own business. That only added fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Jim posted a selfie online with the caption, "It is what it is," which did nothing to help his image. Chrissy, meanwhile, shared a cryptic line on her story. "When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time?" there it was, indirect confirmation that she'd caught him in the act. Not long after, the man who had jumped in to pull Jim off Chrissy at the club reached out to her. Sources say he told her she didn't have to put up with Jim's behavior any longer. Word is Chrissy listened. She was seen entering a high-powered divorce attorney's Manhattan office. This lawyer has a reputation for ruthless negotiations and major settlements. Insiders claim Chrissy intends to walk away with everything, half of what they share, including their home, joint businesses, and endorsement contracts. Because Chrissy's name appears on some of those ventures, she could claim a substantial share. Jim apparently realizes how badly he messed up. Friends say he's been calling, texting relentlessly, and even showed up at her building to apologize. His own mother reportedly phoned Chrissy, begging her to give Jim another chance. According to one source, Chrissy responded, "I love him, but I can't keep doing this." Fans immediately took Chrissy's side online. Messages like, "She stayed loyal, he betrayed her," and "Chrissy deserves a fresh start" flooded timelines. Even other artists joined in. Nicki Minaj commented that Chrissy's loyalty should be rewarded, not wasted. Remy Ma quietly showed support, liking a post that read, "Never underestimate a woman who stood by her man through thick and thin." On top of personal fallout, Jim's career is suffering too. He had been negotiating a reality series, but the network paused talks after the incident. Sources say advertisers connected to his upcoming projects are withdrawing support, concerned about being associated with the scandal. One sneaker brand, rumored to pay him a six-figure endorsement fee, is now reconsidering the deal. With sponsors jumping ship, Jim's financial situation and public standing could take a serious hit. Right now, Chrissy hasn't made any official statement. Her silence, however, speaks volumes. She's letting Jim's own actions do the talking. Meanwhile, Jim continues to post cryptic lines and party alongside that same unnamed woman, as if daring anyone to challenge him. Observers believe Chrissy is positioning herself to maximize her legal leverage, carefully building a case before making a final move. If she does file, Jim could lose not only his partner but also his home, business interests, and any remaining goodwill from fans. The real question now is, how does Jim recover, if at all? Chrissy appears to hold all the power. She has the proof, public support, and legal advantage. If she pushes this to court, Jim might lose everything he's worked so hard to build. And that friend who defended her at the club? Rumor has it there's more between him and Chrissy than just friendship. Sources say they've grown close over the past few months, providing emotional support when Jim was unfaithful. That relationship, whatever it is, could influence Chrissy's next steps. So, will Chrissy remain silent and let Jim's mistakes destroy his world? Or will she take the plunge and move on for good? And where does this leave Jim? Can he mend fences? Or is this truly the end? One thing's certain. This story is far from over. When Chrissy finally speaks, everyone will be listening. For now, fans keep a close watch, ready to see who folds and who fights back.